hurricane, a tidal wave. It seems perfect, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. And get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow. I've been caught in the undertow. Toxic, but I can't get enough. You're burying me, burying me. I know you're burying me, burying me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head, get you out.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Pulls a coin and the I seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of feel loud. So tell me the storm is coming, I'm sick of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Now that I need you anyway. I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks, I'll beat it down. I crossed the ledge just to tell you. Don't lead the way, don't even say that I drown with a child in the rain. I feel like I'm fading.
This my real hair, Henny. This my real hair. I just snatched it up. What you know, Jose Gonzalez.
And makeup is only for women. Trixie. What?
And you guys are watching a very special Snatch Game edition of the Mother Tuck and Post show.
Wait, I
where
could do that better.
apparently
I could do
Not
that
only
better.
is it the show that we talk about whatever we want,
Oh, because it's our show.
and not yours. Thank you. I was expecting, Trixie Mattel to say that instead of Chapel Roan, but you know how it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
know,
not you right now. I don't know that.
good.
I've never
If
been on
y'all are
camera
looking
before.
for Auntie Collins, apparently it's Auntie Trixie today, so you can tweet your complaints to at Hulk Hogan. But yes, hello everybody. Michael's in the chat, Astrid in the chat. Let's see, get this party started. Who has their drinks in hand? I just have coffee.
Yeah, I have coffee too.
Yeah.
I
Celsius,
sucked.
yes.
So
Caffeine
Celsius.
all around.
I was
But
gonna
yeah.
do bird noises, by the way, but I saw that you guys had headphones on, and then my brain went completely blank, like Lana Geray.
My mind went blank.
Yeah.
Is the bus still running?
Yeah. I mean, did she get hit by the bus? I mean, but yes, everybody is well. Hi,
Thank you for the
Bobby.
welcomes.
It's just, Yes. No, I did not expect both of you to be in such regalia for an event like
This is exciting. No one's ever matched my nasty before, so this is good.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll match your nasty anytime you want.
Yeah, I'm.
Are you having fun with your clacks?
Yeah, I put on nails too for the nail special that we get later on the runway,
Mhm.
and I have to stop. I'm like, when I put on chaperone, I turn into like something that isn't respect. Like I don't know.
You are overstimulation personified right now.
Yeah, I like am overstimulating and I'm overstimulated.
Yeah, she's a diagnosis for ADHD.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I
And
can't
what
believe
mental illness am I?
Colin, you look great. I didn't like Letha didn't tell me that you were dressing up at all.
I didn't know that they were dressing up at all either.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of me trying
I
to
saw
cover
the brows, but I was just like, no, I need to
Like-
need to see where we're going with this. I didn't
Yeah.
know the full commitment.
This is like a lot. We both committed so hard and you gave nothing. Like I know you totally went into this saying you were gonna give nothing, but
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Rue hosting the Snatch
Okay,
Game. I'm not gonna
no.
be a panelist.
I think to take over both of your shows, I think that the way we should start off is if you could dress up today, what would you have dressed up as for Snatch Game, for the Snatch Game edition?
See, this is the problem because one of the gripes I have is when people dress up as things that aren't celebrities. But
What,
also,
would you be like a toilet paper roll?
no, I could have been like something like stupid. I could have been Father Time,
You could
which
have
really
been,
just be
you
like
could have been
your version of Flavor Flav.
Mother Nature.
You know,
Facts.
I mean, we had some questionable snatches this Snatch Game. I mean, all in
yeah.
all, it is not season 14 bad. It is not. It really wasn't.
Well, season 14 bad was like, okay, we have to cancel. We're canceling.
Cancel the whole season. Can't
Yeah.
do it. Mhm.
Yeah, we're punishing everyone except for Little John,
Yeah.
which was also a choice. Honestly, it wasn't that good.
I mean, the bar was in hell.
Yeah, the bar was in hell, so it was
With
like
Santina
okay. So the
Rice.
fact that she wasn't one among the 12 girls that stunk up the room that season, it's like okay, we'll give her a win.
I
Let's
mean,
give her a good show with the lip sync SmackDown.
but at least, I mean, the lip sync for this episode's also controversial. I mean, God, who would have thought that the Snatch Game episode was going to be the one where, like, it wasn't so much that the Snatch Game itself was offensive, it was who got eliminated in this episode that was offensive.
Are we doing like top to bottom order commentary?
No, I mean, we're going to go in, like, chronological
Okay.
order for,
'Cause
like,
Trying to.
I
I
mean,
have a lot to say about everything this episode. This was a very talk worthy episode.
yeah. Well, I mean, we got to get right into it. I mean, we come into the workroom after Hormona Lisa sashays away in that lip sync last week against Lana Jarre to Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo, which was a lip sync.
But that shake and smack wig,
Shake and smack.
shake and smack, shake and stack. What is it?
Shake and go.
Shake and go?
Yeah, that shake and bake wig. Looking like a fucking chicken breast.
Yeah.
Michael says
Oh
Shaggy
my
from
god.
Scooby-Doo because it's on right now. Work. I would have been the sandwich from Scooby-Doo.
The
Well-
sandwich?
I mean, you know how fucking
Like a
big that
Scooby
is?
snack?
No, I mean like when they make like those
I was thinking
giant
the
like
same.
stoner sandwiches where it's like a million fucking layers. Like I'm talking like a psoriasis sandwich of like how many layers there is.
Did I watch the same show?
I mean, to be fair, I was always a Nickelodeon kid more than Cartoon Network. I watched Scooby-Doo. But regardless, Hormona Lisa, gone but not forgotten, leaves behind a big token to remember her by. The bob.
Yes.
That was a stiff ass bob.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
It was not a
hard
fuck
front.
ass bob though.
It was not a fuck ass bob.
That's a hard front.
It was
red,
a,
correct?
It has- Yeah, no, I mean it had to be a hard front.
Yeah.
That did not look like laced at all. So-
How many of those bobs
But I mean,
do you
we get
think she
into
has?
at least 5.
Or just one. One like you
And
don't
she
need
left?
2 bobs. Yeah.
I mean, it's drag. Chances are you do have 5 shitty bobs.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about the bobs, we mean the hair, not the drag queen.
I like how she had like one look that she was repeating too.
Yeah.
With like the mermaid out like
Yeah.
silhouette.
Bianca, I wish you were
Which
here
just
on the
proves to show
episode
that Bianca
last
Del
week.
Rio would never win Drag Race at this age.
Why? What happened last week? That's a long time ago. I don't remember the past. Oh, what was it last week?
The ball.
Oh,
I don't
was that
even
the
need to
ball
be
last week?
here.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was last week.
It
Get
was
a
the ball.
calendar.
How did Ramona end up in the bottom for the ball?
It should
Because
have
she
been
did
Acacia.
the same.
Yeah, she relied on the same silhouette for one of her looks, and the look that was constructed I thought was objectively better, but they said it was safe.
What was the theme?
It was the sea creature ball or the sea sickening ball.
Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah, it's all coming back to me.
When I touch you
Yeah,
like this. Okay,
Celine.
that's enough.
Okay, yeah, that was some bullshit. Yeah, that entire episode, yeah. Because the thing is, the reason why it's like conflating in my mind is because I'm also thinking of the Monopoly runway, and I'm like, how was that not a ball episode?
Yeah, I think it's because like when we've noticed like there's a trend of who's usually in the top for these design challenges, because we see Ariadne coming off of this win after like being saved by the Badonkadonk tank. We have Crystal feeling like she really wanted to win this past week for the design challenge, which I totally understand. I thought her package all in all was fine.
Mhm.
I think the fact that like Ariadne just edged her out with how contrasting each look she did was,
Yeah.
and how like Michelle kind of didn't care for the whole Barbie moment that Crystal did, but it's just like
Who cares, girl? You're gay. This is the gay community. You don't think someone's gonna do a Barbie look? What the
the
fuck?
gay community.
Like,
The gay community.
I also think it's like she's like, yeah, I'm tired of Barbie. It's like, well, America's tired of gay people, girl. Like, what do you
Yeah,
want?
and Drag Race fans are tired of Michelle Visage.
Yeah, and your breasts were tired of you. Like, no. I shouldn't make jokes about
Your
breast
body
implants on
literally
this.
rejected.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, you were rejected by you. No.
Yeah, Titty said thank you next.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of next, the next day in the workroom, it's a new day in the workroom. Everybody is just like high and mighty. Do we do a piggy of the week this week? Or for the week prior? Because I mean, it's Ariadne, right?
Is Ariadne? Is
Yeah.
Ariadne? Ariadne.
It's not
Should
even
have
just the fact that
gotten-
the looks were good. It's the fact that the fucking makeup was so different each time. Like, I'm still gagging. I can't help it. But what I can help is the fact that this week it is what some people consider the most staple drag race challenge of all time, the Snatch Game.
I'm the
Right
winner
off
of the
the bat-
Snatch Game. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
But here's my problem. Having Snatch Game with 11 queens is going to be a clusterfuck, because Snatch Game in itself is already a clusterfuck. You have that many people on one panel and you're not dividing the cast. It's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, they don't want none. Yeah, I don't want none of this 11 queens in the Snatch Game moving forward. But also AJ Styles reference, But I mean, I'm going to ask a very rhetorical question. We'll start with Auntie Trixie over here. Who would you do in the Snatch Game?
I mean, sorry, my dog is having a. Are you okay, buddy?
Oh, is he
Okay.
heaving?
I think he's just doing reverse breathing. So
Oh.
here's the thing. Crystal Envy not fully committing with Nicole Richie, the icon.
Oh, we
that
are going to get
is.
into that. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Paris has already been done. Slayed by Got Mick. I would want to do Nicole Richie. That's been like one that I could see myself doing and slaying. But I mean, if I was going to do an iconic drag queen, I would do Trixie. But I would have to. You have to give them the spirit.
You got to give them the
Do a
fantasy. Yeah.
seance. Gotta.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, also, to
Sorry.
be fair, your Trixie illusion is a lot more convincing than Crystal Envy's Nicole Richie illusion was.
except these bangs. These bangs are a hate crime.
I mean, speaking of hate crime, Bianca, who would you do for the Snatch Game? As if we couldn't tell already.
I don't think. Okay, actually, like I know I look like Chapel Round. I don't think she's actually a good one to do. Like she doesn't have a lot of isms yet established.
Yeah, other than her just like dragging people.
I guess I would do Michelle Visage because I feel guilty about joking about her boobs. And I'd
with or
probably go home.
without prosthesis.
Oh, I feel like she's like mature now. I say that as like we're mad at her. No,
Ooh,
maybe I would go like back like in the olden days of like back when like she was like it was like her v Madonna, and I would do something with that.
wait, can I change my answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I be Snooki?
Oh my god, I would love to see Snooki done well. Jiggly Caliente, we're looking at you, girl.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
No.
But listen,
no.
where's the beach?
Yeah.
I know. I only remember her like falling on the beach drunk, and I remember that episode.
Where's
where
the
she-
beach?
Do you guys remember the episode where she gets punched in the face at the bar?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how the show got renewed.
Oh yeah, the punch that just helped ratings. It's crazy.
Yeah, the same way that Marsha P. Johnson threw the first brick at Stonewall.
That
Snooki caught the first brick
Yeah,
at the Jersey Shore.
I forgot that that's like what would make the show like.
Yeah.
Who knew? Getting like in
Yeah.
that moment, could you ever imagine that this would be like the defining moment of your entire life?
Yeah, and then
They completely
WWE saw
changed the
that and they said,
trajectory.
"Hey, do you want to wrestle at WrestleMania?"
Hey, she's undefeated at WrestleMania.
Wait,
Pitting a Hall of Fame inductee that's going in this year, Michelle McCool.
Mm-hmm.
Snooki?
Yeah, this is WrestleMania 27.
When they bring
Mhm.
these like little extras in, it's always like a crazy thing.
Yeah, no, she served. She did her little handspring elbow. It was cute. It was a moment. Dude, we
But-
need Snooki on Drag Race on the panel. She would be so much fun.
She would, I think that she would have like the isms of the season, and she would be talking about tucking and learning all about tucking panties. Hunty.
You're like, where do you put the pickle? Yeah.
Where you put your meatballs?
But yes, definitely WrestleMania winner Snooki, period. Want to know. Just like Michael Cole. I mean, okay, we're getting too sidetracked. But I mean, Snatch Game, we've seen some incredible performances over the years. We've seen some not so incredible performances over the year. Is there anyone that immediately stands in your mind as like an excellent Snatch Game?
Oh, from past?
Yeah, from the past. It could be multiple. It doesn't have to just be one because I have a few that are going around in my head.
We've done this so much.
But I'm also trying not to say the obvious one because I know that you guys will. And I'm not saying that in a reading way, but I'm just saying like it's so good that it's going to get brought up.
I think Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah.
Monsoon.
Mhm.
Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Jinx
for-
Monsoon- yes, we're talking
Like Judy
As Edie
Garland.
Idley.
Yeah.
I think doing Judy Garland just goes well with
Mhm.
Snatch Game. Like that's like I think that would be considered like the safe choice now. Like you have enough material to work with, even if you are just copying what old people
Yeah.
have done. You'll get a laugh from me. You will be safe.
I mean, Alexis Michelle on the same token did a really good Liza Minnelli. Bob the
Mm.
Drag doing two characters where he did Uzo Adoba and then switching to Carol Channing mid Snatch Game. Fucking
No,
iconic.
that was good. Oh my god,
Lucy LaDuca doing Joan Rivers in season 15, I thought was a great one.
I felt like they kind of blew too much smoke up her ass though when they were like, we felt like
I thought
Joan-
she was better than Jimbo.
Oh yeah, but they were like, we felt like no. Who was the one? Was Jimbo the one where they were like, we feel like Joan's spirit was in the room with us?
Was
It's
in-
like,
Yeah, when she
girl,
did her at the fucking roast.
It's like, girl, you're not. Oh yeah, at the roast. I feel like that like it was giving Snatch Game with the amount of personification.
Well, that's because she also did her for the Canadian Snatch Game for
Did-
her first
But
season.
didn't she just like decide to make the executive decision to basically do a Snatch Game at the roast?
Yeah.
I liked that. I liked
I will say another one that like I feel like especially timely considering everything going on in the world. Fucking the Vivian doing Donald Trump for UK1.
Mm-hmm.
Not only may she rest in peace, but bitch, stay on his neck up there, please.
Mm-hmm. Stay
Oh my
on
god, she did like I forgot she did that, and like I knew that both of those things happened, but in my mind it had just like intersected that like those are the same the Vivians.
Mhm.
She did that and then she died. I forgot she died for a second, I think. Just the same way that I forgot that last week was the ball episode. I'm really losing.
Bianca
guys.
said, rest in peace. And then her brain said,
She's back.
me
Yes,
too,
yes.
bitch.
Damn.
I thought the chicken was lovely.
Guys,
Mm.
I had a long work week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of work, I mean, Rue enters the workroom, joined by the Global All Stars winner. Bless her heart, that season was trash, and we all knew that she was going to win when she was the only one doing promo.
It was like a season meant for her. Come on.
But also, like, the tea that they're saying is that when they were talking about her in confessionals, Sam Star was referring to her as the winner. They didn't film yet. And the season didn't air yet.
Wait, how do you know that? Are you sure? No, you can't be right.
No, they're saying like the timeline from when they filmed season 17 did not align from when Global All Stars was airing.
When did
It has to be like you're
It was later in the summer.
So you're saying that this is a kind of a big claim to make. It's a good thing that this isn't like journalism.
Yeah, move over, Bussy Queen, because we have a drag theory.
So you're telling me that Sam Star was referring to her as the winner before they even started filming?
Yes.
That seems incorrectly.
No, it's either that they filmed but it didn't air. But like
that makes sense.
But regardless, you know how they always do like the double taping of like who wins?
Yeah, they
because
could have
they'll
just
change
said
it?
she's the winner, and then had another one where it's like she's also just not a winner. She's a participant. Like they could have had 2 takes. That I think is more ethical of an assumption to make.
is RuPaul's Drag Race known for being ethical?
The drag queens are notorious for their high ethical standards.
Yeah, that's why the first 2 seasons when Ru Mail was a thing, it was she got she-mail.
She got she-mail.
As we had
I
a
mean,
trans contestant.
Do you guys know why they do like the double filmings actually?
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
it was leaked when Raja won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raz Hilton.
Yeah. Okay. Just thought that was like a fun fact, but I guess it's pretty well known.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. But I mean, we get into Miss Alyssa Edwards, the icon that she is, a person that's been on every kind of Snatch Game, the good, the bad, and the mediocre.
I like that they did show her different variations of the Snatch Game because I feel like the one where she didn't do so great is burning my brain, right?
Meanwhile, see, I blocked out Katy Perry, but the Joan Crawford sticks in my mind.
Oh,
And then if you actually watch Global All Stars, the Annie Oakley was not given like it gave in All Stars 2. And that's coming from someone that was in a production of Annie Get Your Gun. So
what is Annie Get Your Gun?
like it's actually telling the story about Annie Oakley from the Wild West and like being a shooter and shit. It's an old racist musical. That's all.
It's racist and it's just sexist because
and campy.
The idea it is
Oh.
very campy. The idea is that she like essentially she gives up being great at shooting guns for the sake of like chasing some tail and being desirable puss, and that's just not.
But also gets adopted into a Native American tribe.
It's really problematic.
The Great American Dream.
Mhm.
It's,
I mean,
yeah,
Reba McEntire played her in the revival.
yeah, and she worked it out.
Yes.
Oh.
And Michael did find that fact fun. So, as someone that is newer to the drag race world. because-
Yeah, I remember. How funny would it have been if Katy Perry sorry, was the guest judge that season with Alyssa?
It would have been.
Although I do kind of like the idea of having Julie Brown versus downtown Julie Brown for a Snatch Game.
No, that was good. Uptown Julie Brown.
No, but they said like, no, just call me Julie Brown.
No, I thought they called her Uptown,
No, she didn't want to be called Uptown.
but they kind of labeled it at least partly, right?
Well, no, she tried to make Uptown happen and she shot it down.
What? Okay, I have to revisit that. I can't
Yeah.
fact check you right now with these nails.
But I mean, we do get into
Nails.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, you can't use your phone.
No,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
I also don't have
I'm
face
on-
recognition on my phone.
I'm on delayed response.
Yeah,
these
it's okay.
days.
Yeah.
I don't have face
Something
recognition. 'cause
happened.
That year I worked in the face recognition journalism industry, and it really freaked me out.
But yes, I mean, we also start to get into some of who's doing what for the Snatch Game.
Yes,
I mean, some of the ones that are getting tossed out, we hear Miss Anya Nerve talking about doing Eddie Murphy, which I am so here. It's always fun when they play men in the Snatch Game because, like, it's supposed to be like, well, what route are you going to go? But, like, she started talking about, like, growing up watching Eddie Murphy and, like, the Nutty Professor and Shrek
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like, you could tell, like, she was excited about that. You had Susie too talking about doing Ellen Green of A Little Shop of Horrors fame. And they showed, like, past, like, clips of her at her bars, like, doing that character.
Mhm.
Conveniently, they left out the audio. We will get into that. I mean, this is all like even before Ru gets into the workroom because he starts pulling people aside. And I think one of my favorite things before we even get into like some of the character critiques is Ru was on a hunt for Corey King's lace-up booties. That's every week.
Oh yeah, and she finds them.
Yeah, and then she's talking about like Alyssa didn't know like was she dancing, and Corey's like, yeah, like she's not dancing, she's walking down the damn runway.
She walking down the runway.
Like the judges are concerned. No platform, like, but damn, like, if she didn't say it was really every week, I'm like, damn, it really is every week. Like, we're the pleasers, we're the pumps. Like, come on.
Okay, but how come we haven't clocked it? Like,
I feel
do they
like
not show her shoes enough?
other creators did clock it. I was just like, but at the end of the day, I think when I'm looking at a runway package, like the shoes are the last place I look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the pit stop, they do make comments about how like Corey King is really just like giving like this is makeup thrown against a cement wall. Like
No, like Corey King is giving a seasons long Snatch Game of Monet Exchange.
so yeah, I don't know. I feel like Corey King is not like known for serving looks, and like honestly, like the looks that Corey gives is just like the same every single time. Like they don't have a good aesthetic taste. Like when they did like their commercial and they had like 3 copies of the same dress in it, and they're like, yeah, this is a good reveal. Like it's.
I mean, we're gonna talk about the taste later on.
Yeah, but yeah, let's.
Although I will say, like the problem with Corey is just really comes down to like the runway taste, because I mean in this challenge I thought Corey did great, like because we'll get into like who like they choose and everything, because I have a picture of like the whole cast on the panel too, which I thought of for once. Look at me actually having a reference point for the challenge. That doesn't happen often, so I'm gonna. But yes, I mean, so Rue, they start pulling the girls over, and Anya Nerve is talking to Rue and talking to Alyssa, talk about how she's going to do Eddie Murphy. And Rue, trying to be the shitster that Rue is like, I've been calling you Miss Barry White for the past several weeks. I mean, you could be Miss Barry White. But what I love that Anya does, like, normally when Rue's saying you should change your character, you change your character, but not this week.
But not. Okay, the way that they edited it though, like the advertisement for the show, I was like, oh, she's going to change it. I wonder why. And then
But I mean, if you're gonna have someone change their role for the Snatch Game, and they've already told you that they don't know who that is,
that should. I mean, okay, no, showing the photo, I will give Rue credit. Showing the photo,
I'm not saying it's not an uncanny like visual appearance, but ultimately
perfect and canny. But also, like Barry White's wife is not like a Snatch Game character.
it's not a character
I mean, we
you
say
would
the Melania
know.
Trump wasn't a Snatch Game character, but look at fucking Aquaria.
No, Melania Trump was definitely a Snatch Game character. No one is like, oh my god, Barry White's wife always does this. Like Melania Trump, there's a lot of things you can go off of. There's a lot. There's just a ton. But Barry White's wife is such an obscure reference. Like no one knew what Barry White's wife looked like other than RuPaul.
True.
No one on planet Earth knew off the top of their head what the fuck Barry White's wife looked
Snatch
like.
Game was horrible. Anya was Deja's guy. Michelle needed to do another investigation. Okay, see, I honestly think this Snatch Game had a few better performances than season 14 for me to not say it needed to be like Lollapalooza. It wasn't excellent. I will say that it wasn't excellent at all, but there were like multiple, at least good performances to warrant having enough for a top and a bottom this week. But that's just my opinion.
Listen, we support all tops and bottoms here.
And the versatiles, which we will also get into placements because we had one this week. I mean, also getting into more of the characters, we had Acacia Forgot talking about how she's going to do Trisha Paytas, and then Sam Starr talking to her just like, well, I mean, when Sugar did Trisha Paytas, she was in the bottom. Are you worried? No. Which I thought was going to be subtle foreshadowing. One could hope.
I was hoping. I just want my spells to work.
Yes. No. Keep poking that doll, girl. I mean, we also get into Ariadne talk about playing Baby Cupid, and like Rue and Alyssa trying to be like, well, how like do you make it a character?
And she's like, I'm a baby. And why is she so fixated on the baby? It's like you could be a baby a lot of things. You could be a Cabbage Patch Kid. You could be a fetus.
You could have been the baby from Look Who's Talking. Could have been Baby Boss or Boss
Baby. Yeah, you could have been a bunch of babies, and you choose Baby Cupid, and
dancing baby,
dancing baby, the baby in like
the
tub of
Gerber
ice
baby
cream, covered in
Gerber baby,
covered in chocolate in the tub of ice cream.
You could have been Justin Bieber from the music video Baby.
You could have been Julia Carl, you could have been a fetus.
You could have been Baby from Drag Race UK.
Worst thing to be. Yeah, no, she picked by far like the worst way. And like Cupid, it's like you could make a joke about love. She didn't make anything about love. She was just like, I'm a baby. And then like that's all she said.
Yeah.
It's like this is why
Yeah.
wasn't she in the bottom?
Although my favorite part was when Rue was getting ready to introduce her and she's like, everybody say love. Fucking Anya's Eddie Murphy said love.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll get into like some of the other. Why don't we just get into who
Snatch Game.
was in the Snatch Game? We don't need much of the workroom stuff. Oh, aside from Lydia Butthole Collins, who's named Jardalus Edwards, she was torn between Catherine O'Hara of Schitt's Creek fame and David Lynch, the director.
Rest in peace, David Lynch is all I'm going to say to that. Like, I don't think either of them are
No.
good characters to pick, but
In hindsight, maybe that performance is what killed him.
What killed him? Hey, that was my joke. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Although my favorite part of that whole exchange was when Corey and Anya were talking on the side, and like Anya said, "Oh, they said Lynch. I ran away,"
yeah, that was
which is a joke that only Corey and Anya can make for
yeah,
reasons.
that can make
Mhm.
yeah. It was
Happy Black
perfectly
History
timed.
Month. Yes. But I mean, let's get into what this panel was giving for the Snatch Games. Let me pull up the slides.
Okay.
So for those of you that are newer to Drag Race, Snatch Game is just a parody of the Match Game. So you have your celebrity panel, and then the contestants don't matter because they're not in the cast.
And
It's
a
about
snatch
comedic
is-
timing. It's about the illusion of this character or celebrity. It really should be an emphasis on celebrity moving forward if we're keeping it a buck, because these conceptual characters do not hit like they used to. Like Lucifer from All Star 7 was good. Maria the Robot was good. But like now it's like, actually, no, I take that back because there is one that's like,
Bigfoot.
yeah, we will get into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can do conceptual. Okay, let's see.
so yeah, so on the panel, going from the top left down, we have Acacia Forgot playing Trisha Paytas. We have Miss Ellen Green, I forgot the eighth end, Susie Toots. We had Lexi Love doing Gilbert Gottfried, which was a choice. We had Sam Starr playing Kim Gravel from QVC, Home Shopping Queen. We had Lana Jure doing Rosa Parks, where they're talking about her doing Rosa Parks in the workroom, and it was not looking like it was going to be good.
We were correct for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had Anya Nerve as Eddie Murphy. We had Ariadne in her Cupid. Lydia Butthole Collins playing David Lynch. Miss Bigfoot, Jewel Sparkles. We have Crystal Envy playing Nicole Richie. And then playing Big Ange, we have Corey King.
Okay.
So you had a potential for success in this. I mean, we do have a few people that succeed in the Snatch Game, but just like having 11 queens on the panel is so hard to fairly edit. And on
Mhm.
top of that, you're like really trying to like cut off people for a chance to get a joke in, because when it comes to the Snatch Game, anytime you could get a volley going, you'd go for it. It's way too many people. Considering Snatch Game is usually 8 queens, which is already still more than what they do on the actual Match Game, which is only 6 people.
Mhm.
They either need to split this down the middle, or you save Snatch Game for later on in the season and you do another challenge this week.
What
Yeah,
what else would you have done?
I would have done a roast this week.
a roast with 11
Mhm.
people? Are you kidding? I would have done a shitty musical, which is what we're doing next week.
You mean to tell me that you are not holding space for the Wicked Wiz of Oz musical?
Dude, the one we saw at our local gay bar with a bunch of local girls working for $0 and some tips it was gonna be better than what we're gonna see next week. I already know.
She's
Yeah,
saying
shout out Sober 1-6.
positive.
it's not.
Yeah, so, yeah, we
It's
went to a
not going to
fucking.
defy gravity.
It's not. We're not defying anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're lucky to see a wig that defies gravity in this cast. Shit.
Yeah, I know. If anything, we'll defy the stereotype that gays are good at musicals.
I
No.
mean, we're defying that the wig should stay on at a lip sync later, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So we have our panel here. Alyssa Edwards is one of the contestants going against a butt plug that's portraying the role of Gay Eye. So Drag Race is finally leaning into artificial intelligence as a punchline.
No, I think that they're actually okay, let's just establish that actually is AI generated responses, right?
I feel like it was AI generated responses. I totally do. But it's also just like the voiceover was like,
Well, no, the
So
voiceover
bad.
was shit, but I mean, like, I think that like the way that they were actually calculating responses was similar to the AI we saw on like a recent season of The Circle, where it was actually generating like responses that would be positive and that would make people laugh,
Mhm.
or that would make people like it would resonate with them emotionally, and it was working. So it was like similar, like the two.
Also, I'm trying to think of like which season it was that had like an AI runway. I don't know if it was
Oh.
Canada versus the World, or if it was All Stars 9, or if it was season 16.
It was
It was one of the three, but like there are like
It was
times
Canada. It was Canada.
Canada versus the World.
Yeah.
Too? Okay.
No, I don't think it was Canada versus the world. I think it was like Canada. It was a Canada season.
Oh, was it just straight up a Canada?
Yeah, because it was a bunch of new girls.
If someone could fact check us, that would be great. But I mean, like, there are times where leaning into AI on Drag Race totally works, and I feel like this is a case where like it would have been funnier if they had gay eye on the panel in place of like a sixth queen, and they split the cast in half.
That would be kind of eerie. I'm not gonna lie. That could have been.
Bitch, you had Kristen Chenoweth playing Snatch Game one time as a panelist.
Oh
like,
my god.
We
I
had
forgot
Kristen
about
Chenoweth
that.
playing like on the.
Yeah, season
Yeah.
10.
I actually don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I mean, they only did it once, but regardless.
yeah, because it didn't work. I'm like that. Just
But I'm
disrupts
just
the
saying,
integrity of this integrity.
Could you imagine though, like gay eye being the benchmark of what's a good Snatch Game panelist, and everybody else flopping around it?
That's no, that would honestly. I know. I like the
year that
gay eye
Amber
where it was
Heard was-
placed.
So the year that Amber Heard was one of the Snatch Game judges.
Wait, are you serious?
I forgot about that.
Are you joking? She was on this?
Yeah, I thought that Amber Heard was on one. No?
I feel like you.
No, it was Amber Rose.
Okay.
Oh,
girl,
that's not the
also
same
crazy.
person?
No.
No.
No, Collins.
Oh, that's the Johnny Depp girl, right?
Yeah.
For starters,
Oh.
Amber Rose is black.
Yeah, and she's a Trump supporter, and Amber
Yeah.
Heard is like the one who was like in the abuse case against Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
But honestly, like real talk, she was just
Wow.
Like, she was a case of not the perfect victim.
I just Jennifer Lewis'd myself.
Girl,
Which is funny because we had that happen on the Snatch Game before
Listen,
too, with
yeah.
Jennifer Lewis and Jennifer Lawrence, and then Anya did it the other week on the runway.
girl, girl, that was like, I'm sorry, justice for Amber Heard.
I mean, that took a turn real quick.
Okay, let me not get more political. I've already said a lot today.
I mean, Drag Race itself is always political, but we need to get into some of these performances. So immediately, the standouts for me in this Snatch Game, Anya Nerva's Eddie Murphy was fucking great. So fucking good.
I felt like she did funny things. She did character things. I don't think she did a lot of unique, or she didn't to me, she didn't take a lot of risks. She was just good at impersonating Eddie Murphy and did like basic funny things. Like she didn't have content in her jokes, in my opinion.
I don't agree. I think
Okay.
the judges panel had it right where she did the impersonation of Eddie Murphy, but you could also see Anya through the character.
Yeah, like the Everybody Say Love was like definitely Anya. Like the whole like 4-star hotel thing was Anya.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But like you could tell like the Eddie isms were like on point. Like the Hercules was so good.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not a fan of Eddie Murphy to begin with. I lost my tonight.
And that's fair.
Bianca, you grew up watching Shrek though, didn't you? Like Donkey?
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about last night was Donkey?
I'm gonna get some waffles.
Yeah. No, she thought last night was ass. That's okay.
Yeah.
Another standout for me. I feel like for me, if not for how lackluster, and I do mean lackluster, that runway was, Corey King as Big Ange was fucking funny.
Yeah, they were good.
Like, I don't think it was like as good as Pearls, but it was still good.
To me,
I
the
don't-
stupid joke about like her smoking and being like, "Yeah, I quit smoking back when I used to smoke." Like, I'm like, okay, that was the funniest part of all of Snatch Game yesterday for me.
I don't know anything about Big Ange. Nothing.
Well, for starters, she's dead.
Oh my god, I forgot she died too. I forgot
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
I
died.
love that this is the episode where Bianca is just discovering death after death. Some have been months, some have been years.
Yeah.
She's been dead for years.
Okay, Bianca, do you also know
She was
that
dead when
Michael
Pearl
Jackson
did
is
her.
dead?
Yeah, I know Michael Jackson is dead because when I was in second grade, I had a very distinct moment where I was like, I wonder when Michael Jackson's gonna die. And then years later, I was like, oh my god, this is it. He's dead now. So yeah, I have it pretty burned in my brain because like it was like my basic first understanding that people can die was with Michael Jackson.
I mean, did you know that the Wicked Witch of the West is dead?
I'm still not over that one either.
I mean, good news. I mean, another one that stood out for me positively was Sam started doing Kim Gravel, where like
That was good.
I hate
Also,
to
another
admit this,
person I don't know anything about.
I was a QVC and HSN child growing up, like 8th grade. I loved me some Home
Hate to
Shopping
admit
Network.
it. Oh my god,
No, I loved me the Home Shopping Network.
you
Love.
did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I knew that Biddy, and that was a very good portrayal, like very Southern, self-deprecating. Like I'm a tight 12, loose 14, talking about like her pant size because of how big her ass is. Like that was actually a good like volley off of like a joke that Anya was making. So I think Sam did well. But I mean, another one that I didn't expect to be as good as it was Jewel Sparkles, like
Was
committing
Jewel-
to the bit as Miss Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was funny. Like she did the right approach to the character, given that like you can make up whatever you want.
But
Mhm.
also, we've seen like in weeks past that Jules is actually good at comedy.
Who would have known? The pretty girl.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll be honest with you. In terms of expectations and like what I thought people would be good at, I think across the board for just about everyone, I've been wrong
Yeah.
this season. Like I thought Corey King would be funny. I thought that like Jules would have like no personality.
We'll get into
I
who we thought was going to be in the top for the finale, but
Yeah,
I mean,
like there's
Thought
yeah.
that Gilbert Gottfried would hit
I thought Lexi
and
Love
not
would
in the
shine
the reverse.
consistently. Actually, can we talk about Gilbert Gottfried now? Or are we
yeah,
going
we
down
can
the
talk
road?
about that. But I also want to talk about Susie Tuda's Ellen Green,
Okay.
the
Oh,
biggest
I-
case of drag delusion I've seen this season.
Okay, so
there's been plenty.
this is close to home.
There have been plenty.
So this
So
is close
that's-
to home.
That
Because
that
when
was
I
a moment of
voted it-
contention, by the way, in Untucked because
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Susie, because Susie too is like she came in, into it's not called the Interior Illusions Lounge, which is really a crime. But they just go into the back and they're starting to take their fingies off and stuff like that. And she said a snide comment about Anya. And then everyone's in the discussion of like, wait, did you think that you would be in the top? And she admits that she thinks that she should have been in the top.
Admits she was saying it repeatedly throughout the entire episode.
But she was praying for Anya's
feathers.
downfall.
I forgot what the fuck the backhanded compliment that Sam gave her while they were getting ready for the runway was.
Oh, I think she said she's like she told Sam, she's like, I thought I'd be in the top. I think I'll be in the top. And then Sam said, like, I think you think that too. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
Or like, I'm glad you think that.
Yeah, I did see that Susie too issued an apology, like a formal apology, and was like, me and Anya already talked about this, blah, 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 which makes me think that this probably is brought up at their reunion or,
I mean, but are they going to do like a regular reunion for this season? Oh, wait, no, they normally do because they do that. And then they also do bring back My Girls at DragCon. Okay. So technically the US seasons get 2 reunions, unless it's All Stars.
What?
Like you have your actual reunion episode of Drag Race, and then when they go to DragCon, they do bring back My Girls with T.S. Madison.
I've never looked at Bring Back My Girls.
No.
Which is
some of them are actually pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
then I more content to consume.
I mean, we're already paying for WoW Plus. Why not get more out of it?
I was only like consuming like Max Drag Race content when I was like my most depressed. So right now I'm not super sad. So I'm like really behind.
I mean, I'm super sad that we still don't have season 9 of Trixie, Katya, not Auntie Trixie.
listen, they're being responsive to the fires, right?
She's quote unquote struggling according to journalism.
She hasn't been struggling since July.
I know. Struggling jet. She took some time off.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
never
yeah.
when someone's doing well that they talk about them. Also, I don't know if you used it for today's look, but mini pause. Auntie Collins, hotline pen liner. Is it a toot or a boot?
I haven't received it yet.
Damn.
I ordered it like within the first hour. It shipped, but I have not received it yet.
Damn it. Wait, so what'd you use for the liner today? Because now I'm curious. We're gonna briefly go back into hold on. No, we need to get into this because
Can we make
Wait.
them bigger?
how
You
did you
need to
do the
know?
liner today? Yes,
Okay,
the
so
world needs to know.
I have roller so Roller Lash also has a liner. So I bought the brown and the black.
Ooh.
And I like it because it's a long tip. So that's what I did. And then my redacted palette that has like the deepest, darkest black color. I just filled that in.
And then the white.
The white is like a NYX paint pot that I'm at the bottom for.
Hey,
Like it's like I gotta put a little water in it. But
it
you've
gives.
seen that.
It gives.
And then
Rest in peace,
Anastasia Beverly Hills brows.
Yeah, a very sensible brow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a little bit of contouring. You know,
I did
Just-
just tell like
I look very
Natural lips.
virginal. I'm very virginal. Like woke up like this, clean, natural beauty.
Mother Teresa Martell.
you do look like a very pretty Trixie face. Like you don't look like a clown.
Damn, drag Trixie. You look like a pretty Trixie.
Sorry. Yeah,
I look
did.
like a pretty Trixie.
Yeah, like you look like a yeah. I'm gonna stop talking. I've really been putting my foot in my mouth this entire episode.
Thank you. That's really nice. I feel like my lips are giving milk mustache.
I mean,
No,
it
I
could
think
be
your
worse.
mouth looks good. Like I think that
So I should get lip filler, is what you're saying?
I think you need to have
Okay.
just a whole your entire lower face needs to be surgically replaced. I'm sorry. That's what I think about the like your
Pretty
mouth.
Trixie, but surgically remove your face.
Yeah, surgically. Let's take off the bottom half now.
Let the record show that we are going into week 8 and we still have not had the reading challenge. This might be enough for the whole season. This little back and forth we have going on.
I'm
here.
sorry. Yeah,
Jeez.
You're
I
reading
got
Collins. You're reading Trixie. You're reading the
Yeah.
Snatch Game. Like,
yeah, I've been really mean today. I gotta stop.
you read me and I'm illiterate. So
My face looks like ass. You have a lot of material to work with. Like I don't. Like
That
these
would
fucking
be-
eyebrows.
I mean, you could have a lot of material to work with and still not produce anything. You know,
Gesturing to me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have the best canvas in the world with shitty paint.
and I did. And I did. It looks bad. It looks bad on camera. It looks bad off camera.
It looks
Listen.
fine.
Whatever. Okay,
I'm
okay,
over
I'm sorry.
here taking all of my makeup off, like in my nails while we're sitting here.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like
It's all over my phone.
I wanna rip it. I wanna rip off my nails and my lashes right now, but
Okay.
okay. Anyways, so
But yes, going back to the Snatch Game, you know, the performances that were less than stellar. I mean, Acacia forgot as Trisha Paytas, just like Trisha Paytas is very forgettable.
that was so bad, yeah.
Didn't need to be there. As in the character didn't need to be there, nor the queen this week.
Well, but it was sufficient. It wasn't like noticeably bad.
It wasn't sugar and spice bad, but it still wasn't like
But here's the thing: Trisha
It was
Paytas would
middle-
never wear that. Like she
Yeah,
would wear something
red?
far more tacky.
Yeah,
You
pink,
know,
like
too.
I want Trisha Paytas in a Juicy Couture jumpsuit. I mean, that is technically what Sugar did, but like I want like
it wasn't
tacky
reading
body-
jumpsuit. It was reading. Well, it was reading.
it just looks like a blouse.
Yeah, it was reading. What is the? It's not torrid. It's
Zara.
no. Lane Bryant. Thank you.
Damn.
Sorry,
I
I had
mean, but like you also could have done like different ways to make Trisha funny. You could have done like Trisha as the mukbanger. You could have done Trisha as the OnlyFans star. You could have done Trisha as the racist girl, or you could have done Trisha like trying to sing and
she didn't even get her
sounding
nipples right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
Is
calls
that
coming
the
from the
phone?
public.
Is that
Yeah.
a phone? Is that a landline?
We have a landline.
We have a landline phone in 2025 because it keeps them from calling our cell phones with these scam calls. So
Yeah.
Listen,
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't. I'd like to believe that it's
Yeah.
just cheaper for the cable package.
Are we gonna get the voice message on here too?
I don't know. Are we?
About to find out.
Okay, but that noise is so ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, the landline.
New Yorkers have landlines.
New Yorkers
well,
have
that's why I'm
landlines.
from Jersey. No one can reach me. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like, it's also the fact that just like I feel like since we have actual cable and actual internet, it's just cheaper to bundle it all together. So it's easier to have than have not. Which is
Yeah.
crazy to think about. Like, Spectrum, fix your fucking pricing. Well, fix your upload speeds and fix your fucking pricing.
Yeah, because they're watching this show. A bunch of
We haven't talked about any of like the
Hustlers.
best characters to talk about yet.
I thought we did.
We didn't talk about Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, we were getting into that.
oh, and we were. Here's the thing. It was so. I thought it was going to flop harder, but it was the thing that like I'm trying to think if Gilbert Gottfried was on a show like this, he
Be
would
like, "Oh,
behave
fuck."
like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like, oh fuck, I fucked that one up. Like,
But it's also like I'm not used to seeing someone portray Gilbert Godfrey in a way where he's fucking up, and then but also staying in character about how they fucked up.
or just be like, oops, and just like snap back in. Like,
Yeah.
Like it was a terrible Gilbert Godfrey, but like I could also see that kind of Gilbert Godfrey on fucking Hollywood Squares.
yeah, I could see just like the fact that like she didn't like try to hide her mistake or like try to she didn't even try to play it off. Like,
And the
she just,
vocal
like,
illusion was not very good. I mean, that wasn't very good.
it was yeah.
I do like that she was red for filth though, when Alyssa and Rue were coming through the workroom being like, is that gonna be like are
Are
you
you
gonna
gonna be able to
be
this?
able to do that with your voice? And it's like,
He's like, we're gonna find out.
we're gonna find out.
And the answer is no.
Absolutely not.
But it was amusing, and I like how like I'm ambivalent about how like she ends up in like the top and or bottom. Like it's like
Yeah, because we have
We
a
don't
7
know.
queens that stay on representing the tops and bottoms, which never happens. It's always 6.
well, wait, are we already going to that? I'm sorry.
No, we got to talk about the travesty that was Lana Jarre as Rosa Parks.
Do not do a political do not do like Maya Angelou or Rosa Parks. Even if it works, it like doesn't.
Monet did a good Maya Angelou, and Simone did a good Harriet Tubman.
The Harriet Tubman, what I was thinking of. Where
Oh
it was
my
like,
gosh.
I didn't.
Yeah.
The freedom!
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. It's too like there's too much like reverence to me in those characters.
Like my whole thing though is that Lana Jarre is also not funny because she wasn't funny on RDR Live.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, to have your whole Snatch Game rely on the joke of is the bus still running and Rue beating you to the
Punch,
punchline.
and then you just have nothing. Yeah, no, to me, civil rights characters specifically, I don't think you should do them on a comedy impersonation show.
Unless you're funny.
Even if you are funny, for me, it's like it makes me like I'm like this is like unemotional. Like this makes me think of like I don't know.
Like quite literally, all she had to do is just drag white people the whole Snatch Game. She couldn't even do
Yeah.
that.
I guess we could have done
Like
that.
you had
yeah.
an open forum to just like
And
bite
she's
back
sitting next
on-
to the most white person. QVC, that is the whitest shit of my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just. I feel like if you have like 3 pre-planned jokes instead of just one, you should be like fine on. Snatch
We
Game to be in
almost
the
had
middle.
like a joke hit when she was talking about how she doesn't like to be in the back of the panel and trying to switch with Big Ange. That was the only like remote chuckle I had. With
But that
Lana.
was a
Yeah.
big Ange kind of.
Who
point
who
for Big
almost had a
Ange.
joke that I said yesterday? Was it? Oh no, this was Ellen Green when Ellen Green kept doing the and she like couldn't say what it was and she had to like hold up the sign.
But I mean, you could also just incorporate other references from Little Shop. Like you could have talked about a
My
fucking
impersonation
like
there was perfect.
carnivorous plant. You could have talked about the gutta. You could have talked about Seymour. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna like try to like be Audrey without being Audrey, go all the way.
When I go to the
Okay.
casino, this is gonna tie back, I promise. I always go to the Little Shop of Horrors, little slot
When I
machine,
go to the casino.
and I lose all my money on it. And that's what I do at the casino. And so when I saw this character, I was like, oh my God, I've met her before. I'm like, I'm about to lose $100 and it's gonna be really piss me off. And
Well,
then
you didn't
it
lose $100, but she did piss you off.
She did piss me off, yeah.
And speaking of things that piss people off, there's Ariadne's Cupid.
Oh my God, the little poopy in the I'm baby. Like she didn't
Oh.
even say poopy in the diaper. She could
Mine
have said that.
Isn't Cupid supposed to be like naked too? Like how
In a diaper.
funny.
The thing that gets me is that when you're playing a small child or a baby, it doesn't go well in Snatch Game unless you're like fucking Eureka doing Honey Boo Boo.
Or, no,
Because remember how fucking bad the Vixen was as fucking Blue Ivy?
Oh,
that was a horrible ass
no.
idea. Shirley Temple, comedy gold,
Okay, yeah, that is. a
That
good
was
point.
great.
Jimbo
that
did
was
do Really
perfect.
good with Shirley Temple. I forgot about that.
Taken off the hat.
But that's also Snatch Game
Going
of Love
topless.
too. I wasn't thinking about like fucking-
Topless. Woo!
Yeah.
Listen, you be
Heavy is the
top,
head that wears the
I'll
hat,
be bottom.
and heavier is her co-host. But me, hello.
What?
I thought the chicken was lovely.
This show today.
Yeah,
is-
we're in a mood today.
I know. It's
Lord.
fun.
See, you guys see what happens? Having 11 queens for the Snatch Game is a recipe for disaster, which is even crazier because we get into runways and some of these disasters. But I mean, we'll just get into the runways now while we're all hot.
Sure.
Hot and bothered. Let's go.
All right. So, category in the runway is nailed it. See, I'm mad because I interpreted it one of two ways before we got into the looks. I said it's either going to be like manicures, which it was,
Or like
or like the Netflix show Nailed It, where it's like a bunch of fuck ups and you're trying to sell it.
I felt like that could have been a really good
Oh,
like
that-
like a messed up ugly ass cake, and like with maybe some nails. I feel like that would have been better than what Corey King did. Fucking French manicure.
Oh, we'll get into
Kill me.
that.
Okay, sorry.
In the order that they appeared on the runway, up first we have Miss Acacia Forgot. Say what you want about how lackluster she was in the Snatch Game. I like the fact that she was a Swiss Army knife.
I love my Swiss Army knife. I use it all the time.
I
used
thought
it
this was
today.
good. I'm sorry.
I use it to cut my nails.
I still want her dead. Gone.
I'm not saying
buried.
she still should have went home last week. I stand by that. But this
Yeah.
was a good runway for her.
But this was good. This mug, the hair. What if she was the Beverly Hills Troop Goldie Hawn, right? That would have been so funny.
I mean, yeah, or like you could have done like, how did no one do Inspector Gadget?
What the fuck?
You know how his head's like Go-Go
forgot
Gadget, like
about
it just
that.
comes out of him?
Go-Go Gadget nail?
Like you could have just like a bunch of like random tools and shit on your fucking nail. I mean, that's what a Swiss Army knife is.
But this was
Any-
really great. I love
Yeah,
the
no-
penis detail.
Oh.
A lot of dick references.
Yeah, better that
Kinda-
than a blush brush in her ass again.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick references this season though. I'm not really for it.
Dick references on a show about drag.
I don't well, I mean
In the gay community?
Yeah, I know. I get it. You know, that like some people, like for some people, being gay means that you go to the dick, like, you know. But it doesn't mean that for me. So I'm always like lost on it. I'm like, yeah,
Do you think this show is for you?
it's
Yeah, well,
it's not just for me. So
Yeah.
but this has been a very penis oriented season.
I mean, speaking of the things that are lost on you, Susie too. I actually like this, the Iron Maiden look.
Yeah.
Like I like the fact that like the spikes were everywhere, not just on the hands.
Yeah.
Because like it gave the illusion of like, oh, maybe they were like nailing like metal nails, the tool nails, which controversial. I said yesterday, I'm surprised no one tried to do like a crucifixion look.
Which is like obviously like, bro, too political. I think that goes without- your dog is precious, by the way. But yeah. You cannot have Jesus get crucified on the show and then you wonder why,
Well-
like, you know, it's like we're already in political hot water. We can't like we're trying to build bridges and you're just trying to like build a fucking
Listen.
crucifix.
What's the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus?
I don't know where this I don't know.
The picture only required one nail.
Girl, they
They.
They. Wow,
You-
pejorative. Jeez.
Damn.
I
Wow.
didn't want to misgender, you know. Like let
Listen.
me stay that was my version of staying
No, I was gonna
politically
say, is
correct. If
misgender
it's
also on the Traders with Misguided?
on the stage. He looks fine as hell. Fucking Dylan. That's another
We were-
topic for another story.
We're going to. Wait, but
Yeah, we need to
It's fine.
focus because this is the most off track we've been in a while,
listen.
and we're always
not
being
e-
gentle on this show.
Listen, you subscribe to a show with me on it. You're
Yeah,
not staying
yeah.
on track. Sorry. Yeah. This.
Oh wait, Auntie's Martini is not aware of the look today.
Hello, Auntie's Martini. I don't have a martini because it is 1 p.m. here. I was gonna get out some wine, but I thought I was gonna be too silly and too hot. I just spit out my drink over my screen. Listen, don't do that. Don't spit out your
I
drink.
screamed when I saw them too.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, We didn't even like get a hello from Auntie Trixie.
It's never hi, how are you?
Y'all both dismissed the softball.
I don't think it was a hello, like what, like the song?
Yes.
Leah, not every joke is gonna be laughed at. It first must be funny.
Well, I mean, you know what we won't be laughing at is Lexi Love on this runway giving us this share.
Oh, should have. So
The portraits on the nails.
the biggest faux pas of the gay community is the overuse of Cher, right? Chad Michaels is Cher. It never can exist here.
You can never top that.
Can
However,
never top. However,
this is a different share than what Chad would have served for a Snatch Game if Lexi
absolutely
because we never get Sonny and Cher in like comedy challenges. It's always
exactly.
And like her and Mirage both had like the illusion of Sonny and Cher. This could have been like actually good for the Snatch Game, especially if this is going to be like the byline if we're going from Snatch Game to the runway.
But I also feel like and I also feel like this look kind of saved her. Like it was like, oh, she can impersonate.
Yeah, that is a good point.
It was like a mix. I don't know. Like, do I think she should have been in the quote unquote top or bottom? I don't know.
I wonder if we're gonna have more queens in the versatile ranking.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, that is the unofficial official name for like if you're the extra queen when they're doing tops and
was
bottoms.
it
You're
a
both.
switch, right? It's the bisexual of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. I think it's just
The
like
pan placement.
I think when it comes to
Yeah.
being a successful drag queen, it's just not a bad spot to be in. That's a great
Well,
spot to be
True.
in.
I mean, Michelle's always saying she wants to see queen's versatility.
What's
Up
more
next.
versatile than a bisexual?
Well, I'll tell you what's not versatile. Sam Starr with this plastic surgery look. I do like that the nails were syringes, but it's also just like, well, that's a literal interpretation. Like
The hair and the nails were the most interesting thing about this runway.
which I mean, for a nailed it runway, I guess they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I don't. This is just not a category that I go up for. You know.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like if you're gonna do a runway category, it needs to be something that like is striking and you could spot it from a mile away.
Yeah, you can't
Something
spot
as
nails.
like a manicure being the focal point of a runway where the judges are already going to be like 6 feet back on a table, and they're going to actually have to try to get close ups from the cameras to see. It's like not. I don't consider this a runway that I would want to see again.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Just because of the fact that the brief is so like finely detailed that if you can't spot it from a mile away, I don't think it makes sense for a Drag Race runway, because you should be able to be like, oh, that was a runway look. It's like,
No, Mr. Frisco, stop. Sorry.
Oh.
100-pound dog is trying to get into my lap.
yeah,
Not Trixie's.
that's just
Frisco.
gorgeous.
Oh,
Frisco.
Yeah, I know. I meant like yours. Lap. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the 100-pound dog being George's.
Oh.
I will take a picture for you of what this is looking like. Frisco, hey.
What can we say? Auntie Trixie is in hot demand.
No, I will say that Sam Star's look is like, I really do love the nails. Like, they're
Yeah, the
probably my
nails are
favorite
good.
nails.
I just feel like it would have been fun to see like if she's gonna play into the whole like plastic surgery thing. I would have rather her done a look as the surgeon than the person getting tucked.
A surgeon.
Yeah.
No, I think no one's gonna top the Nick Tuck that like Gottmik did a couple seasons for, like, was it All
Yeah.
Stars? Yeah.
Oh my god, where she's walking down the runway with her
Top
explanted-
surgery.
Yeah. No, and the fact that it was a trans statement too. Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Like that, it was political, it was drag, it was
Look at
kind
that
of like
face.
Yeah.
it was like borderline genderfuck.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have Chewy in the other room wondering when we're going to be done. And by wondering when we're going to be done, wondering when Bianca's going to be done because he doesn't fuck with me that heavy no more.
He likes me.
I mean, he's old and brittle, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, same.
Yeah. I mean, this is not old, but it's brittle. It's lingerie.
I didn't really like her outfit here. I didn't think it was that creative or interesting. I also didn't like the silhouette.
I don't
and-
think the garment itself needed to have the nails and the fingers on it.
I mean,
thought it looked
make a middle finger statement cool, but like over like
It just doesn't look good.
no.
Yeah.
Like the nails themselves weren't that great. Like I get the whole like having the pointer finger and the middle finger up her back, which is like there still needs to be an element of taste here. And yeah, it's a nail
Wow.
runway. It does meet the brief of a nail runway. I still wouldn't gravitate towards it though.
I didn't like it at all.
And also, Lux Noir London, by hook or by crook, being on the pit stop this week, doing everything except critiquing her daughter.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't critique you heavily.
What have you been doing this whole episode?
I'm just gonna not talk about whether or not I critique you. I
Mhm.
wouldn't rate you to complete filth. I'm a little bit hungry right
It's
now.
the gaslighting for me.
She's looking for something to sink her teeth into, so she's going for my happiness. Up next, we have Corey King.
She wore fucking French nails.
Oh.
And they were the shittiest French nails that I've ever seen in my life. On top of looking bad. Like,
It's one thing to like have like the motif, like, oh, I'll do like a French look for a French nail.
Mhm.
But that needs to be like a gaudy, super dragified French nail. I don't want a $2 pack that I get at the drugstore.
no, make it
Not even painted. It's
just-
just straight out of the box.
like just make them longer with like
Mm.
some gems on it and it's fine. Make them like stiletto French
Or have like a
nails.
fake hand like that you're wearing as a glove. Like make the hand huge so you
Oh.
could see the French nail from a fucking mile away.
Okay, that's an idea.
And that way, when we're doing the whole trapped in a box thing, like it gives so much more dimension to it
Yeah.
that it doesn't matter like how rotted the rest of the look is.
It doesn't
See,
matter how rotted the rest of the look is.
Here's the
How did no one
thing.
do a foam finger?
I don't hate this look. But here's the thing. Would any French person wear that? No.
Yeah.
Not
Well-
even as like a costume.
You're
It's giving
standing
the
up for-
gap up top, and it's giving Hot Topic on the bottom.
You
It-
give
it
French
does-
advocacy.
It just doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. It doesn't have that pourquoi, the oui, the Maurice.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Well, no. Let's see. Up next, we have Crystal Envy. My exact words were, the she-wolf came out of the closet, just like Shakira did, copying the Renaissance World Tour bar for bar, word for word with the visual presentation.
Did she?
Girl, it's like she did a J-Lo Ashanti of the Renaissance World Tour.
Okay, we can talk. That's a different conversation for a different day. But this runway is the kind of runway that should not land you in the bottom, in my opinion. I don't
Right?
think she
I
was
loved
bottom.
this. I loved that she sold it. They clocked her for gluing down her brows before putting on a prosthetic. Who the
Which
fuck-
is so funny.
it's
That's
funny, but she's like, guys, like she's going like for like the she-wolf, the Neanderthal, like the fact that she's a creature with claws.
No, it's the fact that that's funny because it's completely pointless.
Yeah.
It's completely pointless. So it's like when what's her face got into full she put on a silhouette before putting on a whole green screen.
Oh my
body.
God, Kimura Hall.
Yeah, she like tucked in. Yeah, that's literally what this was.
Ring
it's
the
just
bell
like-
legend, Kimura Hall.
She put on full padding to put on a green screen body. Like, but yeah, that's what this was. But that's okay. Like I'm here for it.
You know what
It's
I
also-
love? I
go
love
for
the titties.
The
Yeah.
titties, yeah, I was staring at them like the entire
Yeah.
episode yesterday.
And I love that they didn't have to be symmetrical because think about like what she's portraying. Who the fuck cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was rugged. It was actually like well executed.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if in RPR Live that the cave women looked like this.
Oh my God, it would.
Oh,
Ariadne wouldn't have been in the bottom
She wouldn't have been the
yeah.
bottom.
I forgot that like we did give a shitty cave woman. Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Just
I don't know.
change. I mean, I still would have changed it to like a typical Karen haircut for that. But like, what if they had their full titties out and like, I don't know. I really loved this look. It was
a good look.
probably one of my favorites this week.
I will say, if we're talking about balancing the good and the bad, I feel like if anything, this look probably could have pulled her out of the bottom three.
It should have.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
by that same token, you could say that Acacia did that too because she had a strong look and a forgettable Snatch Game. But I don't know. That's just me. Up next, we have Jules Sparkles.
Jules, okay.
This bionic, like chrome, like spine that she has, talking about the fact that she had her tumor taken out as a child. and, like,
I'm a brain cancer survivor, so I have a tendency. Did you know that?
I did not.
Oh, so fun. Yeah, fun fact about me. I'm so sorry. It's like the most public thing about me. So fun fact about me for this audience is that I'm a brain cancer survivor. I used to be in my Twitter bio, and then I closed my
And
Twitter
not that
account.
you have a
And by
foot fetish.
yeah, foot pee cancer.
Foot
really-
pee cancer.
Put that on a pillow.
Bianca.
Forget your live, laugh, love. It's foot pee cancer.
I'm fine though. Everything's fine. I got it taken out when I was 19, and clearly I don't have any residual brain damage.
Well, not from that.
Yeah, clearly, like my brain is perfectly intact.
Not from that.
Yeah, my brain's doing great, guys. Yeah, but no, so I love her. I like in a way that's like not like it's not like soft and sentimental. Like I'm not that kind of person about this. So I'm like in my mind, I'm like, she's like my sister. Like we could kiki about our tumors in my mind. That's how I feel.
It made
actually your podcast name.
Jules likable.
It does, yeah, cancer tumors will do that.
For me?
But like real talk though, I didn't think that Jules was the unlikable one. I always thought it was Ariadne. Like, because Jules, at least when it came down to like being funny, she was.
Oh, you mean like with like Hispanic bitches gossiping in the corner?
Yeah. Because like she
Yeah.
like it's chismosa and everything, but like she at least was funny with it.
Yeah.
Ariadne was just being a cunt.
Yeah.
An unfunny
Whatever.
one at that, because we've seen it in 2 comedy challenges. Girl, no. Meanwhile, Jules not only gives you fashion, but like she showed that the pretty girl can actually make you laugh.
Yeah.
And it's a good look too, regardless of the backstory. I like the chrome. I like that it's very like Tin Man tees. Like it's good.
It is good.
Yeah. Up next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins.
I mean, at least it's like visual on the runway in terms of getting like, you know, like fingered.
No, yeah, tumors will do that.
We need a visual for getting fingered.
On this runway, absolutely.
That's not getting fingered. That's like getting eviscerated. Like, because fingering is supposed to be pleasurable. Those are fissures.
Yeah.
Those are fissures. My God.
Yeah, like that. You know that Jordan Pruitt song from Disney Channel, "The Outside Looking In"? That's what those nails are given.
I mean, if we're talking about fingering, it does remind me of the first time I was ever fingered, and I got an infection afterwards. So. Yeah, couldn't find my clitoris, so he was just rubbing my urethra, and then I got a bladder infection. Mm-hmm. I was 17. Trauma bond.
Silence for
Well done, mama.
Listen,
Let's give it up for Collins for being vulnerable at the gig right now.
wow, that's called being what I called a technical virgin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing handies all the time.
Something
That's
was
your
lost on
drag-
a technicality there.
Yeah, no, that's your drag backstory. So from now on, it's no longer Auntie Trixie. It's Urethra O'Hara.
Wow.
Welcome to the stage, Urethra O'Hara.
Some of us have brain tumors and others have UTIs. And that's just what God, you know. But he gives with one hand and he takes with the other. That's what I've learned about God.
Yeah, I was told to just grow thick skin and not be so sensitive. Who knew my psoriasis would do just that?
You trying to throw in your psoriasis here? You're trying to
An
get in between
autoimmune
what me and Collins
Just trying to
do?
relate
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty traumatizing in itself. and
It's
I
no,
live
this
with
is severely
so.
bad. This is bad. This is dark. This is a dark time for me. This fucking
Yeah.
makeup.
Anyways, moving on to Ariadne with this silver cat with
I loved the
extra
arms. I
I
loved the
love
multiple
the
hands.
arms.
Yes, I loved multiple hands a lot.
Well,
It
at
was
least
good.
now Michelle
Sure.
can't read her for looking like a cat with her makeup.
Michelle was
Mm.
doing too much, even by like my standards of saying she looks like the D&D character. Like Michelle was doing too much when she said that, in my opinion, being like, it looks like you're gonna be in the musical Cats. Like that was a famously bad like live action version of that musical. And
I mean, the Broadway version
I say
wasn't
it's,
good
it's a
either.
musical.
Yeah.
It's obviously,
Andrew Lloyd Webber is not getting into heaven simply because of Cats, and that's the way it should be. Phantom almost pulls
his
him
other
out.
crimes, you
Yeah.
know.
Phantom almost pulls him out, but no.
he did.
I was
Phantom
gonna
Menace
say
like that.
Phantom pulls him closer to
hell.
hell.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he'll drop like the chandelier. So, but I mean, last but certainly not least, we have Anya Nerve giving us a nail fair, like going around showing people what the clacks you could get for your press on, selling it at a trade show. I like it,
I appreciated
loved
that.
it.
and
This
also
is my
just, like,
favorite.
I love like a callback to like the 90s and 2000s with a fucking airbrush tee and just like streetwear.
Yeah.
And Quinta Brunson being on the panel. like-
Quinta, we didn't even talk about Quinta. Like I've for some reason, God is telling me to watch Abbott Elementary. I've never seen it. I didn't know who Quinta was. And
You never watched a
was,
BuzzFeed video?
No. This is I've got some issues.
And you're part of the queer community? You're part of the
BuzzFeed's
gay
gay?
community?
you know,
BuzzFeed's gay?
BuzzFeed has a lot of gay shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll figure that out later. But no, the point is,
I highly recommend the girls get drunk and play with puppies. Or they surprise drunk girls with puppies. 'Cause
Okay.
Quinta's in that.
well,
3 sheets to a win.
I do, but the point is just about Quinta, going back to her. I love her so much. I think she's so funny. Everything she said was so funny. She was a great, thoughtful judge with like interesting critiques that were like really like pointed. And like it was like she served like a fundamental purpose that like not all the judges on Drag Race are known for serving.
But like, you know
Mm.
how now we get Law Roach every season? Like, I would love Quinta Brunson to be like a permanent Snatch Game judge.
I wouldn't mind that at all. She was really, really good.
Like, I probably would have rotated out Ross with T.S. Madison if we're being real for like this week,
Yeah.
just to have a better volley. But I mean, we did get T.S. Madison with no, we didn't get T.S. Madison because Law Roach was in the place of T.S. Madison.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I thought she was just so like funny all around. She was great. I loved her.
Bianca, have you ever seen a Vine?
Girl, Vine has been dead for like a decade. Literally.
Okay.
So, have I seen a Vine? She's on Vine? How old is that? Elementary.
She didn't
We're
just
talking
get
about
bored.
internet culture that's been around, that's gone over your head at this point.
Yeah. Your dedication to the queer community is
Wasn't
upsetting.
even there.
And the
No.
people versus Bianca is about to start. So
But I mean, if we get into the dedication, we need to talk about these placements because there are some choices. So Susie Toot
Choices.
was safe.
which is a crime. A
Yeah.
literal crime.
She could have been Indie Bottom.
Yeah, but I mean, like, God, the bottom was so messy as it was. So for the placements, we have in the top, we have Anya Nerve, we have Jewel Sparkles, we have Sam Starr. In the versatile, we have Lexi Love.
Where it's like deliberately, I kind of like it, kind of don't, but it's also good for your
Yeah.
career to be kind of like a fun piece of shit, you know?
Yeah, and then in the bottom, we have Lana Jarre, we have Crystal Envy, and we have Arietti. I don't think we needed 7 girls up there.
We didn't need
It
like
was a little wonky.
we didn't need Lexi Love to be there for them to be like, you bombed, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Like good plus bad equals neutral. She goes in the middle, or
No.
make her a bottom.
So,
And like be like, you're saved, but you're definitely in the bottom. This is a scolding.
but by that token, you could have had Corey King in the same spot where like it was good Snatch Game, bad runway instead of good runway, bad Snatch Game.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't just good runway, bad Snatch Game. It was bad funny Snatch Game that kind of turned it around and flipped the thing down. So so it's not the same.
So my thing, and this might be controversial, is I would have taken Arietti out of the bottom 3 and put Susie there. Just because we're not talking about like doing a shitty caricature in Snatch Game. We're talking about actually trying to portray someone and doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also think that would have knocked her down a couple pegs with this whole drag delusion, the way the edit was going. I feel like that would have made a more impactful statement, and you're still going to have the same bottom 2 lip sync ultimately. But
There was an understanding of the character that was there that was demonstrated that other characters didn't have.
why didn't you make it funny?
Well, she didn't make it funny because she failed that, but like Other people, I do think in the stacking, I do think she deserved to actually be in the middle. I don't think she was a flat out bomb. Her delusion really highlighted, and the fact that she was capable.
Well,
of
I'm
doing-
not
yeah.
saying like to put her there because she was objectively the worst. I'm saying put her there to bring her back down to earth.
But in theory, like they wouldn't have known, the judges wouldn't have known that she was talking that much shit behind the back. By the point,
They have producers. They have ears
know.
everywhere.
I know. I'm like, there is no way for them to know. It was just recorded on reality television, and she's the host.
By that
and Will
token,
runs it.
Willem would have never gotten disqualified.
Later, that's a deep cut that we can't get to right now.
Damn.
That's like a huge.
Damn.
That's a drag theory.
I mean, Willem's talked about a bunch of shit about Drag Race since then.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately, our winner for the Snatch Game is Miss Anya Nerve. Do we agree?
Yeah. I don't care about Eddie Murphy, I think, so I'm like biased. I'm like, whatever.
It was a sweep for me. Absolutely, she deserved it.
Great.
Between the
I
runway
mean,
presentation and just how fucking good the Eddie Murphy was.
and the commitment to the character, you know? I just
And I love that it was just straight up Eddie Murphy. It wasn't Eddie Murphy like being Norbit. It wasn't Eddie Murphy like trying to like play a character at all, which I appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean,
and
even getting a joke in there about the nutty professor.
Yeah. Like come on.
That's the most
Or Dr.
cursed movie.
Dolittle. Come on. I mean, but ultimately the bottom two we have is Crystal Envy and Lingerie. Do we agree that these two were the bottom two?
Yes.
One
That
of
I
them.
agree with as well.
What? Yeah.
Wait, who would you swap out?
I would have put Susie in the bottom to scare her,
Ooh.
and I would have
No.
sent Lana home.
Now that we think about it, they could have done to Susie what they tried to do Hormona last week, but the problem is that Susie can turn out a lip sync.
Why were they trying to startle Hermona last week, you think?
They put her in the bottom two because she was playing it safe.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Oh,
because she was objectively the worst, because by that token, it should have been Acacia.
I don't. They're doing too many games with like what it means to be good or in the top or in the bottom. It's a little too obviously produced for me now. But
I mean, one again,
including
The
outcome
dunk
of this
tank wasn't
wasn't
Yeah.
obviously produced enough. Like it's all a little too produced in terms of
Yeah.
tops and bottoms and who goes home every episode.
but then we get into the lip sync, which was to Hands to Myself by Selena Gomez, which is a choice for a Selena Gomez song for a lip sync, because you only did the Shake It Up theme song before and you didn't do Come and Get It or Naturally or like.
No, it's because of the nails.
It's because the nails.
It's because the nails. I get it.
They went in there. They went in their little search,
They could have done
and
You
they
and Your
put in
Hand,
the
I think.
world hand.
You and your hand would have been good. But I want to rip this nail off so bad. Should I do it?
Do it.
Should I do it for the cast?
Do it. Do it. Is it going? It's lifting. You're gonna fucking hurt your own nail.
Go hurt yourself. This is not that kind of show.
No.
Okay, I want to take it
No,
off so
this
bad.
isn't on a ramble. We don't hurt ourselves here.
All right. Why would happen? What did you do?
She watched Ring of Honor.
I
Oh.
watch Ring of Honor week after week. Every week, I've watched 103 episodes.
To be fair, Kyle and Melball make it worth it, but it's just.
I
watch Ring of
don't.
Honor. I'm talking about your company with you to force yourself to watch it. This thing. By that logic, I could have said no. Kimmy could have just not retired.
She shouldn't have retired, but that's
No, she should have.
We should return back.
And Nyla Rose should have thrown her overboard.
we should
yeah.
finish.
Agreed.
Finish this.
But yes, no, we get into the sloppy ass lip sync and fucking
God
Crystal.
damn.
Crystal Envy got screwed, guys. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Crystal Envy got screwed. Lingerie's wig flew from the chat. She tried to put it back on.
Why
It looked like
did
they were getting ready to
save
actually
her?
like fight.
So yeah, what was that where she just like physically squares up?
Yeah, because fucking Crystal's on the
Ooh.
floor, like trying to like get in between her legs, and I guess Lana tripped over her, not trying to. And then it's like Lana shoulder bumped her when they were lip syncing, and then Crystal's like,
Yeah,
"Can't keep my hands to myself."
The queen.
Not if you
Who's the
fuck,
queen
bitch.
that put someone fireman?
Mimi I'm
carry?
first took
Mimi I'm
India
First.
Farah on her shoulders and a fireman's carry, and that
Yeah.
gave us drag is not a contact sport.
and then later on they did a wrestling.
Yeah, they did a wrestling challenge with the winner of the season being someone we can't name, and the wrestler that trained them we also can't name.
Yeah.
No, it's no one important. He wasn't important then either. He just used a dick as a gimmick. That's all.
All right.
But yes, Crystal envy sachets away, which I do not agree with in
I
the
don't-
slightest.
Mm-mm.
It should have been Lana.
It should have been Lana. The Snatch Game was criminally bad. Like, it makes Trixie Mattel as RuPaul look like an Emmy Award winning
Winner,
production.
chicken dinner.
You gotta do the head.
I kind of loved that one though. I love that flop.
It is iconic. There was nothing about Lana Charade that was iconic.
Yeah.
There were so many fed lines that could have been something. And
Mhm.
other cast members were also playing with you. And she brought nothing. The runway look brought nothing. That lip sync.
It's quite literally the biggest case I think we've seen of someone being a drag depot baby. And that's coming from like the fact that Lux being on the pit stop this week too.
Oh, but it was sweet to hear Lux talk about like how like she found her baby. No,
Well-
where she was like,
And also Lux
Sometimes-
talking about the fact that Crystal beat her for a crown at their home bar.
Crystal beat Lux.
Yeah.
So I'm to call CPS because
Give me Crystal envy on All Stars 11 or whatever season it's going to be next to be filmed, please, because
It was messed up that she went home tonight.
that bitch got robbed.
agreed.
I was like, I almost thought that when they saved Lux that it was going to be like, not me just saying Lux, Lana, that it was going to be like a double Shantae. But I was like, this is not the lip sync for that. And then they sent home Crystal. It was kind of a surprise. I really wish she would have actually thrown hands because it was
Right.
getting there. It was getting heated
Yeah.
for fucking Selena Gomez.
For fucking Selena Gomez. The leaners.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for Seleners.
Well, I mean, just like her makeup line, this was a rare, unsatisfying ending to this lip sync.
Shade.
Yeah. So
I need Acacia gone. I need Lana gone.
yeah.
Lana, she's already been in the bottom twice. It's never like you said. You had
No,
a
'cause
theory. Where,
literally
like, people who
last
go in the
night
bottom
I said-
twice,
Yeah, because the girls that lip sync twice this season all went home in the second lip sync.
the wig fell
Mhm.
off and it was sloppy. And she can move her body and she looks good, but like
I don't
it's
even
not.
think
also-
she knew the words
She only
either.
knows how to dance in cursive.
But it's not even just that. It's the fact that when she was trying to show off her body, her garments were literally coming off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Her garment was loose. Her wig was looser.
her wig was floof. Like, yeah,
Oh, well. I mean, all I know is
Yeah, I was pretty
that
hurt.
next week is going to be an interesting one because we're getting into the Wicked Wiz of Oz Rusical. It's probably going to be a lip sync Rusical, but we have a special guest host joining us. My special friend, or our special guest is one of my dear friends, a singer and songwriter, Mysterian Savoy. I figured we had to call in some experts when it comes to the musical performance, as I am not that. Collins, I don't know if you're the expert on a musical performance.
I was in musicals,
I was too. You know,
but I enjoy them.
hmm
But to this degree, I'm excited.
yes, I'm excited as well. I mean, well, Bianca, you're kind of easy because you don't really do much on socials. But like, if someone went out of their way to try to find you, where's a chance that you could be somewhere?
I've been perusing on Blue Sky at the end of every episode every week now. I tweet something about how the show is rigged about RuPaul's Drag Race, so you can find me as B2B inclusive on Blue Sky.
Yeah, be number 2, be inclusive.
Yes.
I mean, Collins, what do you have going on? Because I feel like today's a busy day for you.
It is a busy day. In about an hour and some change, we're going to be doing a predictions show with my friend Lauren. So we're going to be doing a prediction show right here on our local establishment for Grand Slam tonight, AEW. It's going to go live when we don't know. The NBA
But-
All-Star game is on. But
But also a prediction show for a show that's aired on tape delay that already happened in the wee hours of this morning. Kudos to you for staying spoiler free.
I haven't really been on social media except to post my little selfies. So all I
But-
know is that the crowd sang for
Melinda's,
Adam
yeah.
Copeland because I can't avoid anything Adam Copeland. After I became the crying girl for Adam Copeland, that is exactly what Ringside News called me, was crying girl, which
LJ's gonna
can't-
be mad that you took her title, but crying for Cope girl.
crying for Copes. But tomorrow I'll be on Fightful Overbooked, where you're going to be talking about all the things that made wrestling cry for us this week, which will probably be everything that is on the show tonight. So we'll see how that pans out. On Monday, I will be back on our local establishment talking about the Mae Young Classic Season 2. We talked about the finale, and I cried because the finale was Shayna and Kyrie, and I
And it was
missed
a good
both
match
of them.
too.
I missed both of those versions of those women wrestlers, but we are into season 2 of the Mae Young Classic with Astrid Pizarro and Melba Collins. And then Thursday, I am back here on our local establishment talking about Ring of Honor. I know, cut my wrist, black my eyes, Ring of Honor. We did get through the Jericho Cruise episode, which I thought was really special, really unique. Some of those matches were really great, especially the main event. So if you want to go back and catch up on episode 103 over on Honor Club, you should do so. It's only $10. But guess what? We talk about it so you don't have to watch it, which I say that now. And it's like, I want you to watch Ring of Honor. But also, if you don't want to watch it, you can just watch us and we ramble and have a good time on Thursday evening. So join us then.
See, the trick is to take the $10 that you would use for Honor Club and then just give it to the Honor Ramble crew.
How
You
many
should
things
just-
was that?
What?
Many.
How many things did you? How many of things do you have?
I didn't
that
even
you-
mention my own podcast, which will be coming back this Friday, which is called Collins on the Rocks. And you know, we got to talk about when you're going to be on it, both of yous.
Oh,
Gosh. We need to plan this out accordingly because I think the problem is that I've been so like focused on just Drag Race on Fridays into Saturdays that I don't know.
yeah, he hasn't like you. I've been like, hey, do you want to do this thing Friday? He's like, I have to watch Drag Race, and then I have
We
to.
could do
make
a
a
Drag
podcast
Race
about Drag
watch
Race.
along
Oh,
if you
shit, we
wanna.
could.
I'm down.
We totally could. I just feel like we would have to like be like have a screen sharing on one app, but like we go live on the StreamYard so we don't get copyright.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Oh gosh, this is perfect. I got it. We'll do a screen share like in Discord. So like Discord, like we're good, whatever. The
Mhm.
audio doesn't go through StreamYard, but we're all watching it at the same time. And then StreamYard's just like our reactions and like our drunken foolishness.
I
So,
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's talk, babies.
Yes. But in the meantime, I keep it easy, Jose in the air everywhere. Streams have kind of been on the wayside right now. I thought about going live today for Vengeance Day, and then I kind of said never mind. But next, this coming Thursday is going to be another live episode of TNA Impact. So I'll probably be live for watch along there. So twitch.tv/Jose in the air. And then I'm working on a special video coming up for the 23rd in honor of 10 years of Give Divas a Chance, kind of looking back to see where it started and where we are now. So be on the
10
lookout on the YouTube
years.
channel for that. But aside from that, I mean, always keep it with our local establishment. I mean, there's literally shows damn near every day. I know we're also, aside from the Grand Slam coverage, we're going to have some stuff for NXT Vengeance Day tonight as well. So make sure that you are staying in the loop of everything that's going on over here across all platforms. Make sure you're liking this podcast if you thought it was great, that you're commenting if you watch back on the VOD, that you're sharing it, that you're subscribed to the channel, all those things. And we will see you next week on another great episode where we're going to be just as tangential and just as hostile, I'm sure, on the Mother Tuck and Post show. So until then, we will see y'all. Bye, everybody.
Bye.